for this week, the album that we are going to be discussing is the brand new self-titled Megadeth album, Megadeth. So, Megadeth is the 17th and final studio album by American thrash metal band Megadeth. The album was released on January 23rd, 2026. It's the band's only album to reach #1 on the Billboard 200, which I didn't know.
Wow. That is impressive. I feel like that's mostly to do with their last album, though.
Yeah, it's the
That
hype
point of it.
there. Yeah.
Mhm.
All right, Eric. I know you've been gunning to talk about this one, so let's have it. What did you think about Dave Mustaine and Co.'s apparent final studio album?
So I mean, like I've never listened to a Megadeth album through and through. I've heard
Okay.
songs here and there.
Okay, that's
The
good
most
context. Good context.
most songs I've heard of was on their Countdown to Extinction album, which I
Oh.
feel like is their #1 album because everybody
Uh, yeah.
seems to talk about that one. Um, Correct me if I'm wrong, because I'm sure there's going to be Megadeth artists, if there's not Alter Bridge artists out there that are going to come for us, right? I actually thought it was good. Like I thought the opening track was really cool, Tipping Point. It really kind of set the stage for it. It sounded really good. I felt that some of the lyrics were a bit cheesy though.
Oh.
Uh, like to the point where you're like, okay, that's a little bit like
Yeah.
it was almost like taking a like how do I picture this so people could picture this? It's like taking a children's book and going into a university that studies, I don't know, like Shakespeare or something, and then just starts saying, the cat is red, the dog is blue, right? And it's just like, what the fuck are you doing here? Like these educated. I just picture somebody in like Harvard or somewhere, and you're just like, what the hell are you doing here? you know. Um,
Yeah,
but
like
because
Let There Be Shred, right? Like that's such a questionable
such
title.
a cheesy song. I think one of my favorite songs on this album though is "Hey God." I
Oh,
really loved
interesting.
just the guitar riff. It's so sick. Now, like, there's the metal band is like on point. They can play. Obviously, the guy can sing still. I think like after listening to this album, I was contemplating getting tickets to see them.
Oh,
I was
wow.
actually contemplating getting tickets to see them because I was just like, oh, you know what? Maybe I should get tickets. I actually didn't mind this album. I thought it was a cool album. Now, I don't know which version you saw, but mine had an extra track on it, track 11, Ride the Lightning, which I feel like they should never have added this on here because
Oh,
I feel like the last note was a good ending to the album just
yep.
with the message. Like I know the cheesiness of the message is there, but I appreciate the lyrics in that because he's essentially saying like this, like I've wasted my teen years, not wasted, but I've done all my teen years playing, and like this is the last to destiny or whatever he says at the
Yeah, I
last.
came, I ruled, blah, 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 blah.
Yeah, right. So I thought that was cool. And I think that is the only exception I will grant to the cheesiness of like uh now after that song, I would love to put out there, and I don't care if I'm wrong. I really don't care if I'm wrong, but I'd love to put out there that I don't think Megadeth is going to make anything new or have a comeback tour. I think that they're saying that this is it. I feel like that is a cool last little like that's it.
Yep,
This is my last song. Bye bye everybody.
yep.
Right? So I think I'm going to go out there at a limb. And again, I could be wrong and I don't really care. I think that Megadeth after this tour will never have another tour again.
Oh,
I think these guys
it's
are actually going to like
retire.
retire, and I don't think that they're going to play again. They might play like in projects or side projects. That doesn't count. But I don't think Megadeth. I think Megadeth will fully retire.
I mean, yeah, I'm on the same boat with you. I think Dave Mustaine, like this is 17 albums for him. at some point I think he has to retire. I know like he's had multiple rehabs and everything because his picking arm hasn't quite been the same for quite a while. So at some point he's gonna have to retire. But yeah, I do get the sense this is the final album. I know they say it, but it does seem like the final album for them. And the tour, man, it's just gonna be weird because Megadeth's one of those bands that like constantly tour, and they always do like whatever 200 shows a year or whatever it is. Like they really do hardcore touring, so it's gonna be weird when they like actually call it quits. But yeah, it does seem like it's the final one. Now, going back to one of your previous comments, Eric. Yes, the last notes, as cheesy as it was, because it's like literally this is the end of my career, this type of
Yeah.
thing, and it's just like so dramatic and like
I'm getting old. I can't sing and play anymore. Yeah. Yeah.
I do agree it was like if this is how you're gonna end the whole Megadeth saga, like okay, I get it. This is a pretty suitable thing. Now to the Ride the Lightning song, right, Eric? To give our audience context, and maybe Eric, you don't know this either, but Ride the Lightning is a Metallica song. It is a Metallica cover that Mr. Dave Mustaine has attempted. To give some context, Ride the Lightning, the riff was written by Dave Mustaine when he was in Metallica. So
Whoa.
there's a little bit of
Okay.
crossover here. So he does have writing credits on Ride the Lightning, Metallica's second album, because he did write the riff and he did pretty much write the whole song minus the lyrics and the guitar solos. He didn't write the guitar solos. So I think that's why he sort of picked this song, because he wanted a song that he had a part in when he was in Metallica. The surprising thing about this one is that it is note for note pretty much perfect. He even redid Kirk Hammett's like guitar solo, which I found super interesting because like when I think Dave Mustaine versus Metallica, I'm always like he's a bitter man for getting kicked out of this band and he hates Kirk Hammett because he's the one to replace them. But to replicate another guitar player's like solo note for note, I don't know if that's character growth or it's just
I
like
think that's just fuck you. That is a total
yeah.
fuck you.
I don't know.
Yeah. So I felt like when I heard this song, I've heard it before,
Yeah, it's a
and I
Metallica
was like, I
song.
feel like this is maybe a cover of a song
Mhm.
or something. But that is fucking awesome. Note for note, that is hilarious. That is definitely an fu. If he followed the solo like note for note, that is a big fu. That is like fuck you, and especially to put it as your actual last song on the album, because there's no way that they were like, okay, we're making this album. I want this to be the last song, but I want it to say bonus track. Like I feel like that's like I don't know. I feel like this was so planned as a little fu. Like not even like his last song on the album is just like, yeah, thanks everybody. We're Megadeth. Fuck you, Metallica. Like, that is hilarious.
So like I did like the cover. It obviously it's not for me, it's I like the original Metallica as a Metallica fanboy. But I thought it was a good cover. It sounded good. It was I just found it interesting. It was note for note. um anyways, going back to the main album in question. I do agree with you. The lyrics are cheesy as hell. And to be honest, like I think with Dave Mustaine's lyrics, they're always hit and miss for me. Sometimes they're just like so on point. Like if you listen to anything off of Rest in Peace or Peace Sells But Who's Buying, like those lyrics are just so good. But then you have like weird albums like not Endgame, but like 13 or The System Has Failed, and you're just like, what the fuck are you talking about? this album sort of like even the song that you like Hey God. It's saying I'm like the lyrics are like it's sort of weird.
Yes, and that was the thing about this album where I really loved the drums, guitar, bass, loved it. But like for the lyrics part of it, it was definitely very cheesy, and it like talking about it out loud. Like I think this album's good, but the lyrics are like kind of the driving point of most
Yeah,
people when they listen to a song, right? So I like Let There Be Shred. It was a good like it was a cool song,
it was a
but
good song. Yeah,
it was very cheesy. Like to the point where I'm like, why is this song called Let There Be Shred?
yeah. Like "Let There Be Shred" for me is like an 18-year-old like this is my first
Yeah.
song type of lyrics, right? Like it's just
This
it's lyrics you write when you're 18 years old, not when you're 60.
this is like when we were in high school, like our group of friends, right? Shout out to Mike Arnaud, Nick Aponte, Capello, like all the guys, and we'd have our just stupid sayings that we would say
Yeah,
that are just like everyone's like, what the fuck are they talking about? You donk s your mouth, like that is pretty much this in music. This is an album of that.
yeah. It's so weird, and even like "I Am War," that's like I don't know. It seemed really juvenile lyrically. Like I get the point of the song, but it's just like all right.
Yeah,
It's like couldn't you have
yeah,
thought
it's
about these a little bit more?
or I don't care. That was another one. It's just like, no, I don't care. It's just very cheesy lyrics,
Yeah.
very cheesy. And then I thought listening to this album, because I was trying to recall other Megadeth songs, and I was like, maybe Megadeth is one of those bands that just have cheesy lyrics and then are just there. You're just pretty much listening to the music. But obviously, after you talked about those albums that are good, it's like this band has the ability to write
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
good lyrics, right?
Yeah. Cuz
And
even
what
even a song like as me like trying to detach myself. Tornado of Souls is my favorite Megadeth song. The title, if you really think about it outside the context of metal, is like the most insane title for a song. Tornado of Souls. Like, what does that even
mm,
mean? Tornado of Souls. It's like some sort of like Warcraft spell or something. So, like,
yes.
but the lyrics of Tornadoes of Souls is like, it's just on point. You don't get that cringe factor, right? When you're listening to it. But all these, it's just like, what the fuck are you singing about?
Yes. Yes. And it does take away, like, it's a shame that they use such cheesy lyrics for their final album
Mm-hmm.
ever.
Yep. The other criticism I would have of this album is, and I think this is more of a product of Dave Mustaine being like the head honcho of this band for so long. When I listen to these songs, I'm like, that sort of sounds like Symphony of Destruction, or that sort of sounds like Peace Cells. Like, there's so
Mhm,
many little things that Dave Mustaine does, and it's just like, oh, that reminds me of that song on that album, that song on that album. Like, there's just
mhm,
these little things that you're always like, oh, I I might be listening to an old song he's already done. So there were little things on this album here and there that I would say is like they I would have probably taken those out in the songwriting process because it was just too close to like a song they've already done. Um, but I don't know. It's one guy doing it for 17 albums, so I might just give him a pass on that one.
exactly. Yeah, no, that's fair.
Yeah. Cool. Anything else we need to talk about? I think the album art's really cool on this one though.
I think the album art is sick,
Yeah.
and it's a cool, like, last
Hmm.
album art for the band, for sure.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I think it's one of their better album arts, to be honest, because some of their album, the last, I want to say the last maybe three, four albums, like the album art is, it looks like it came straight out of like the 80s or something.
Oh, yes, I see. Yeah.
They're
It
not,
does.
they're not good.
No. Yeah, I would say definitely this is their best.
Yeah.
For sure, one just has a mouse and a rat in a rat trap.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's a lot of the album art is like not good. Um. But anyways, final album Megadeth. Eric, final thoughts and ratings. What are you gonna give this one?
I thought it was fun to listen to. Like again, like as a guitar player, I listened to mostly the guitar part, and I just love the heavy riffs. Like that was sick. Um, I do agree though. Like I think it's the lyrics are very cheesy, and it's a shame because uh, for a final album, what a message to send, like with the cheesiness. I gonna give this. I think that's hilarious with the big fu to Metallica too. That like that is actually that I don't know why I find that so funny. I'm gonna give this a 7 out of 10.
Oh, okay. 7 out of 10.
7 out of 10.
That's not
I
bad. Not
feel
bad.
like it had such a potential to be
Yes.
like perfect.
Yeah. Yeah. There were a lot of cool riffs on this one, I think.
Mhm.
Okay. Context matters, I guess. I am the biggest Metallica fan, so my opinion on Megadeth is a little biased. I would admit to that. Um, Not that I hate Megadeth, but it's, Metallica is my band, so there's always gonna be that rivalry there. Um, I think for me, I think the lyrics are just too cheesy. Like a lot of the songs, it was just like I'm just cringing through it, and it was hard for me to really focus on like the amazing guitar playing, the amazing drumming, the amazing bass play. Like the song itself, it was hard to focus on like how amazing the song itself was because the lyrics were just like I am war. It's like, oh my god, I have to listen to this. Um, but I'm gonna give it a 6. I'm gonna give it a 6 out of 10 because I think it had so much potential. I wouldn't say it was terrible, but I also don't think it's one of those like great or good thrash metal albums. Um, it's for Megadeth, like I don't know. It's definitely not their best work, but it's definitely not their worst work. There's definitely worse like Megadeth albums that he's put out. It's just like this is terrible. But
Mhm.
it's not, it's not a Rust in Peace or people might argue with me, but United Abominations or Endgame for more current albums. I thought those were really good albums. Some people might disagree with that. But I'm gonna give it a 6 out of 10, and I think that's solely just because the lyrics made it so hard to like really enjoy the songs.
Mm. Okay.
Anyways, that was our discussion on Megadeth's final self-titled album. Another self-titled album. We did a self-titled album last time too, but
It's the year of self-titled
yeah,
It's
I
like
don't know.
self-titled albums.
Yeah. Oh,
Sorry.
you're listening to more Megadeth now, but yeah, I'm gonna give it 6 out of 10. All right, perfect. For those of you who are following along with us every single week, the album that we are going to be discussing next time is the Wuthering Heights soundtrack by Charlie XCX. So the movie did come out. Eric, do you plan on watching the movie?
I don't think I am.
Okay, me neither. So for all of you, for context, we are not going to watch the movie. Purely going to be reviewing this just for the music itself with no context on what the story is, nothing. So don't freaking come at us.
Yes. You know what? Maybe I'll read like
The
a
synopsis,
synopsis
the
of it
the
or
cold
something on
notes.
Wikipedia. Yeah. And I'll ask my wife and my sister-in-law because they're going to see the movie on Wednesday. So
Okay.
I'll have some context for you.
I'm not gonna have
So
any context. I'm just gonna go into this and give you my opinion on the music itself. But the Wuthering
I
Heights soundtrack by Charlie XCX.
I heard it's a lustful like Pride and Prejudice. So
Oh, interesting.
yes, and you know what? I don't know what that is in the album cover, but is that something from like Ghost with the Pottery? And they do something. That's all I think of.
Maybe. I don't know. I'm sure it's a very meaningful thing, but whatever. All right, perfect. Thanks everyone for tuning in. We're here live at twitch.tv/the Crossroads Music Podcast. Catch us on Spotify, Apple Music, all the places where you get your podcast. We'll be back here next week, Monday at 10 p.m. ET, 7 p.m. PT. But yeah, another episode in the can. Thanks everyone for tuning in, and we will catch you all next time.